lately I've been moving with a dead look. Every step I take another page in my dread book. People wanna talk about the pain that they never took. I've been writing tragedies in corners that the world shook. Night got a temper and I'm standing in the thick of it. Hope like a ghost, every day I see it flickering. Trust ain't a word, it's a bond that they crippling. So I keep a lone mind, hard cold, no delivering. Run from my past but I stay close. Feel it in my blood when the wind rolls. If I ever drown in my own lows, make the whole sky fall when the night frost. Rain falling on my face, I never wipe it off. Cold breath rising from my chest like I've been made of frost. Empty streets, open like a grave that's never close across. If the dark gon' take my life, then let it take it, fuck the cost. Fuck the cost. Fuck the cost. Been walking through the alleys with my soul bent. Head full of noise like a siren in a coven. Every wrong turn that I made left a bold dent. Now I'm just a product of the scars that I won't mend. Lights in the distance but they blur quick. I see the truth but the world's sick. If the pain hit first, I don't flinch, bitch. I've been in the dark long enough to make the dark switch. Walls talk back when you live low. Tell you what you hide and what you still owe. If the reaper call, I'ma walk slow. Look him in the eyes, let the fear go.
Nightfall heavy on my shoulders. World grow colder. If I fade into the dark now, don't hold me closer.
Black rain falling on my face, I never wipe it off. Cold breath rising from my chest like I've been made of frost. Empty streets, open like a grave that's never close across. If the dark gon' take my life, then let it take it, fuck the cost. Tone drop, cold room go numb. Fake tough talk, but you sound real dumb. One sharp line and your pulse go plumb. I don't say much, but you know where I'm from. Tone drop, cold room go numb. Fake tough talk, but you sound real dumb. One sharp line and your pulse go plumb. I don't say much, but you know where I'm from. Ring cut deep like a razor truth. Yo, weak threads break quick, never bulletproof. Mind locked tight, no shake, no proof. I speak once, whole vibe go aloof. Black thoughts hum low like a furnace pit. You act wild, but you won't commit. Fear drips slow when my words transmit. I drop small bars, but they always hit. Calm hate sits in a quiet tone. Your pride too thin, never built full grown. You push loud lies, but you cover blown. I stay unread, mind sharp as stone. Low tone drop, whole room go numb. Fake tough talk, but you sound real dumb. One sharp line and your pulse go plumb. I don't say much, but you know where I'm from. Break it dope, dip my dog, bro. Break it dope, dip my dog, bro. Low tone girl, low tone girl, low tone girl, low tone girl. Gray rat pose slow in a tight frame. Yo, squad fold fast, never built for the flame. Small words kill big, that's the whole game. I don't chase hype, pipe die with your name. Rust voice cut air like a dull knife glide. Your fear show quick, nothing left to hide. Truth stay raw, hit the core inside. You drop pride first and collapse outside. Deep calm choke noise when my tone land. Yo, weak flex drown in the fear you planned. I don't raise heat, just raise my command. One cold phrase and you can't withstand. No, 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 no. I speak, I am motherfuckers that beaming in the motherfuckers. I speak, I am motherfuckers that beaming in the motherfuckers. I speak, I am motherfuckers that beaming in the motherfuckers. I speak, I am motherfuckers that beaming in the motherfuckers. for the memory takes. Started in the corner, riddled with a little lies. Severing the nerves, so I never gonna cry. Sipping on the money, yeah, the brain is feeling loose. Tied it in the strap in the medical news. Mirror showing zombie with the hollow on the stairs. Sitting in the middle of the heavy nightmare. Hollow in the head, yeah, the thoughts are dripping out. Trying to remember what the screaming was about. Silence is the static in the frontal lobe. Probing with the meta, yeah, the golden heavy probe. Ice pick sliding in the brain. Killing all the pleasure and killing all the pain. Ice pick, wiggle it around. Turn the heavy silence to the only sound. Click, clack, crack the skull, panic, get attacked. Vision turning white, yeah, fading to the black. Switch the mind, leave behind. Hard to find. Walking through the maze of the broken double bind. Paranoid, chemically destroyed. Every single happiness is getting null and void. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a vegetable state. Served up on the cold in a sterile metal plate. Pop another seal, make it real, make it feel. Spitting on the rim of the jagged rusty steel. Ash to ash, dust to dust. I read into rust, and the lobotomy is the only trust. Ice pick sliding in the brain. Killing all the pleasure and killing all the pain. Ice pick, wiggle it around. Turn the heavy silence to the only sound. Everyone the one to step make the beat, so like the one I like to be. Everyone the one to step and make the mother one to fight. Watch your step, snap. Walking through the forest where the shadows getting long. Listening to the silence, yeah, the silence feeling wrong. Hidden in the leaves, yeah, the rusted metal jaws. Waiting for the victim, obeying nature's laws. Sipping on the muddy, yeah, the pain is shooting up. Overflowing agony inside the mental cup. Mirror in the stream, yeah, reflecting all the fear. Screaming for the help, but there is no one who can hear. Hollow in the leg, yeah, the steel is biting deep. Promised all the secrets that I'm never gonna keep. Silence is the sound of the metal crushing bone. Dying in the wilderness, completely all alone. Bear trap, snapping on the limb. Chances of survival are looking fucking dim. Bear trap, rusty metal teeth. Buried in the dirt, buried underneath. Bear trap, snapping on the limb. Chances of survival are looking fucking dim. Bear trap, rusty metal teeth. Buried in the dirt, buried underneath. Snap, crack, leg break, panic attack. Vision turning white, yeah, vision turning black. Switch the mode, overload down the road. Carrying the heavy in the bloody mental load. Paranoid or chemically destroyed. Every single happiness is getting null and void. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a caught and wounded beast. Waiting for the vultures and the coming of the feast. Pop another seal, make it real, make it feel. Spinning on the rim of the jagged rusty steel. Ash to ash, dust to dust, iron into rust. In the spring, and the trigger is the only trust. Know it all, leave it there. Drag the chain, going nowhere. Bad trap, snapping on the limb. Chances of survival are looking fucking dim. Bad trap, rusty metal teeth. Buried in the dirt, yeah, buried underneath. Caught. Get a double coffin with the plywood and the glue. Grin at the wall, yeah, I got nothing left to do. Stick a finger itching on the nomadic machine. Living in the nightmare, yeah, living in the scene. Sipping on the
test.
I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Heavy in my stance like a shut steel door. Talk real low but it cut to the core. You puff your chest but you not built for war. I see your bluff, I'm a mile or more. Cold smoke rise when I breathe at night. I don't lose frame when the fear ignite. Hands don't twitch when you talk about fight. You strike with noise, I strike with sight. Face don't shift when you raise that tone. Pressure don't faze me, I stand like stone. Say what you want but the truth well known. I walk too real, you walk alone. You walk alone, you walk alone. I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Black coat drag on the crack cement. Lines on my face say what I meant. You try too hard with your loud intent, but nothing you start ever leave a dent. Slow heartbeat in a quiet street. You try step up but retreat on repeat. Real ones know when a man's too elite. My silence alone knock you off your feet. Chill in my chest like a frostbite cold. Every long step put me in that mode. You look too light in my heavy load. I stand firm, that's the street I roll. Street I roll, street I roll, street I roll. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Check, check, check. Hey, your whole crew check. Hey, your whole crew check. Check, 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 Stomp hit heavy when I walk that street. Smoke in my lungs, make my pulse complete. I stay quiet, but the vibe concrete. One wrong move, you'll feel that heat.
Shadow on my back, but I move like steel. Calm in my face, but the danger real. Words cut shorter than the pain you feel. I don't need to talk, I just close that deal. Footsteps echo like a wallhead drop. Every slow turn made the whole room stop. Cold in my breath like a freezer lock. Pressure so thick it can split your block. Hands don't shake when the threat get close. I don't chase beef, I decide to dose. Fear in your stance, tell me all I need most. Your whole damn crew just ghosts and boast.
Stomp hit heavy when I walk that street. Smoke in my lungs, make my pulse complete. I stay quiet, but the vibe concrete. One wrong move, you'll feel that heat.
Jaws stay tight when the night turn red. Too many tales never left unsaid. You talk real loud with an empty head, while I speak once and the room play dead. Old scars burn in a silent way. Power in my calm, keep the wolves at bay. Anything you start, I can end the same day. I don't move quick, I move my way. Foot on the ground like a cement mark. Step so slow, but they cut through dark. I've been too real from the very start. My shadow alone, take your pride apart.
Stomp hit heavy when I walk that street. Smoke in my lungs, make my pulse complete. I stay quiet, but the vibe concrete. One wrong move, you'll feel that heat. Feel that heat.
static gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True bed sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. Acid gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. Truth up and sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. No code crawl through a fractured mind. Signals distort what I try to define. Pulse break rhythm when the fears align. I lose myself in the design of mine. Glitch born echo tear holes in my chest. Every new doubt grow harder to digest. Meaning collapse when the circuits test. Quiet in my head feel darker than the rest. Thin light flicker in a narrow frame. Patterns mutate when they sense my name. Nothing stay real in a shifting game. I walk the void with the mind of flame. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True band sharp when the mind overwrought. I chain myself with the lines I caught. Dust of old cells drift in my core. Shadows rewrite what they can't restore. Each small fear carve a hidden door. Behind it, a truth I can't ignore. Baseball static in an inward storm. Identity shifted into world preform. One breakdown when illusions swarm. I'm left unstable in a formless form. Echoes inside chance encoded rhyme. Fragments collapse out of sync with time. Everything faded, it's on decline. But the darker it gets, the more I align. Yeah, black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True and sharp, I cheat myself through the lines I create. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True and sharp, the mind of a caught. I cheat myself through the
Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass been staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon' call my name, I answer calm like who are you? Like, battling the glow for you, beat the flow, like you dripping from the rain that never stops. Thoughts heavy like a lineup with 1,000 crooked cops. Hear the whispers in the alleys when my heartbeat suddenly drops. I've been walking with my demons, guess we share the same blocks. City feel hollow when the moon high. Pain in my soul like a deep tide. Trust ain't real, it's a cheap lie. So I keep to myself with a cold mind. Every scar echo when the wind bite. Every sin linger when the streets quiet. Life talk pain like a fist fight. Learn to stay numb just to live right. Learn to stay numb just to live right. Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass been staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon' call my name, I answer calm like who are you? Walk slow, cold feet on the cracked stone. Mind wrong. Hear ghosts on the back road. Every step shake dust from my black soul. World tryna break me, but I stay bold. Fear try to bite, but I bite back. Life hit hard, but I don't crack. Pain in my veins like a wolf pack. Howl at the night when the sky black. No trust, every promise got a bad end. No peace, every calm got a sharp bend. If the dark gon' take me as a lost friend, I walk in even deeper and I don't bend. Hear the cold wind hiss, feel the void insist. If I fade like this, let the night persist. Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass been staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon'
at the back of my mind. Shadows in the day to keep its secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find. Cold glitch cut through a thinning wheel. Thoughts turn sharp when the world stays still. Silence in my skull, feel ready to kill. Truth tastes bitter, but I take my fill. Flesh turn pale in a static glow. Names in my head that I used to know. Wires in my blood start to overflow. Voices in a hum chant down below. Faint light bend with the dark and true. Then the computations break and elude. Every new fear but the deeper mood. I talk to the void, it don't conclude. Cold whisper at the back of my mind. Shadows in the day to keeping secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find. Low hum knocking the edge of my soul. Dreams degrade under loss of control. Memory rot like a corrupted road. Darkness extract with the light stole. Hex symbols form inside my chest. Thoughts detach when the circuits test. Peace dissolve, never manifest. Patterns grow wild in the mind's unrest. Deep void hum with a spectral tone. Truth unravel when I stand alone. Nothing inside of a set in stone. I fade in cycles I do not own. Faint cold whisper at the back of my mind. Shadows in the day to keep the secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find.
Another night, another state. Waking up in panic, yeah, the room is spinning round. Looking for a reason, but the reason can't be found. Bottle on the nightstand, yeah, it's empty to the drop. Wishing that the beating of the heart would finally stop. Mirror showing nothing but a shadow when it goes. Burning all the bridges that I used to love the most. Sipping on the venom, yeah, I'm poisoning the brain. Standing in the center of the hurricane. Cold wind blowing, yeah, I feel it in the bone. Disconnect the signal, yeah, I'm better off alone. Walking through the graveyard, reading names upon the stone. Looking for a plot of land that I could call my own.
Life is just a great mistake, a glitch inside the code. Walking down a lonely and a broken dusty road. Life is just a great mistake, I'm waiting for the end. Message to the reaper, yeah, the only message sent.
Click, clack, heart attack, vision turning black. Running from the shadows, yeah, they crawling on my back. Paranoid, annoyed, living in the void. Every single memory is getting destroyed. Switch the blade, getting paid. Living in the shade, digging up the secrets with a rusted little spade. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a product of the gloom. Sitting in the corner of a dark and empty room. Pop another seal, make it real, make it feel. Spinning on the rim of the jagged rusty steel. Ash to ash, dust to dust, iron into rust. In the bottom of the bottle is the only trust.
Life is just a great mistake.
listening to them scratch. They never sleep. Locked inside the mental, yeah, I threw away the key. Looking in the mirror at the enemy, it's me. Walls are closing in, I feel the plastic start to crack. Devil on my shoulder and he's never turning back. Sipping on the potion just to make the voices fade. Digging in the dirt with a rusty little spade. Every single breath is feeling heavy like a stone. Disconnect the phone, yeah, I'd rather be alone. Shadows in the corner, yeah, they're watching how I move. Nothing left to prove, got nothing left to lose. Walking through the fire, but I'm freezing in the cold. Sold my heavy soul for a bag of fool's gold. Rats in the walls, yeah, they scratching at the brain. Driving me insane, yeah, driving me insane. Rats in the walls, yeah, we scurry in the dark. Leaving a mark, yeah, leaving a mark. Click, clack, boom, tomb sealed in the room. Flowers on the grave, but they never gonna bloom. Paranoid visions, making bad decisions. Cutting through the static with the surgical precisions. I'm a ghost, I'm a glitch, I'm a son of a witch. Face down in the ditch. Life is just a bitch, switch the flow, let it go, go. Watching time slow, reaping what I sow, reaping what I sow, Graveyard shift, watching spirits start to rise. Looking for the truth inside a pack of dirty lies. Ash on the floor, kicking down the door. Don't want it anymore, no, I don't want it anymore.
Get out of my net. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Wishing I was dead. And I've said
Rats in the walls, yeah, they scratching at the brain. Driving me insane, yeah, driving me insane. Rats in the walls, yeah, them scurry in the dark. Leaving a mark, yeah, leaving a mark. They are here. They are here. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Cold jaw lock when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with the metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist. Teeth grind static when the frame collapse. I walk through dread like a system lapse. Every false hope that your mind perhaps turns to ash fast when the signal snaps. Rust in my veins start to pulse on cue. I don't want calm, it was never true. You feel breakdowns, I break right through. Make my own hell out of residue. Steps too loud in an empty grid. You hide your flaws, I never did. Every crack thought that you kept me lit. I rip wide open like a failing bed. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Cold jaw lock when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with the metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist. Lungs go sharp when the stress reboots. I swallow noise just to mute the roots. Tear through shells like a beast computes. I feed off chaos when the dread salutes. Mind split twice when the pressure peak. I don't want peace, that's a coward streak. Every dark whisper that you call unique. I turn into fuel when the system weak. Skull plate rain with the harsh rebound. You chase light, I absorb the sound. When the world glitch out and the floor the ground. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Codes are locked when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with a metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist.
Yeah. Turn up the heat. Burn it all.
Sliding on the middle in the orange and the red. Waking up the demons that are sleeping in the head. Temperature is rising, yeah, the skin is peeling back. Fading from the vision and the smoking in the black. Sipping on the gasoline, spitting out the flame. Looking for a person that I can go and blame. Mirror melting slowly, dripping on the floor. Knocking on the furnace, yeah, knocking on the door. Hollow in the chest, yeah, the fire filling in. Purifying misery and purifying sin. Silence is the crackle of the body turning dry. Smoke is rising heavy to the middle of the sky.
Incinerator.
Burning to the bone, leave the piles of ashes sitting on the stone.
Incinerator.
Fire in the hole, burning up the body and I'm burning up the soul.
Incinerator.
Burning to the bone, leave the piles of ashes sitting on the stone.
Incinerator.
Fire in the hole, burning up the body and I'm burning up the soul.
Click, clack, fire, crack, never coming back. Panic in the system, turning into ash and black. Switch the heat, burning feet, nothing sweet. Dying in the rhythm of the heavy metal beat. Paranoid, autonoid, chemically destroyed. Every single happiness is getting null and void. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a fuel for the fire. Burning on the funeral and ceremonial pie. Pop another seal, make it real, make it feel. Spinning on the rim of the jagged rusty steel. Ash to ash, dust to dust, iron in the rust. In the pile of the cinders is the only trust.
Burn, baby, burn. No return. Hotter, melted.
Incinerator.
Burning to the bone, leave the piles of ashes sitting on the stone.
Incinerator.
Fire in the hole, burning up the body and I'm burning up the soul.
Incinerator.
Burning to the bone, leave the piles of ashes sitting on the stone.
Incinerator.
Fire in the hole, burning up the body and I'm burning up the soul.
Dust.
Yeah. Walk too quiet, but the fear too loud. Real ones see me and they clear the crowd. You talk big words, but your stance not proud. One small move and you're not allowed. Jaw lock tight when the night unfold. Nothing about me ever fits your mold. You chase quick shine, I control the cold. Power ain't hype, power stays untold. Heavy breath hang in a narrow street. Calm on my face, but my pulse concrete. You swing too wild, I don't need to compete. One slow step, knock you off your feet. I lose shift when attention climb. You talk too much just to buy some time. I don't need threats, every word a crime. I break your mask in a single line. Walk too quiet, but the fear too loud. Real ones see me and they clear the crowd. You talk big words, but your stance not proud. One small move and you're not allowed. Walk too quiet, but the fear too loud. Real ones see me and they clear the crowd. You talk big words, but your stance not proud. One small move and you're not allowed. Hands stay steady when the scene go dark. I don't chase smoke, I ignite the spark. You track bold, but your heart too stark. I read your fear like a weather mark. Old scars pulse with a slow, sharp ache. Make me see lies before you even fake. You built too fragile for the hits you take. I stay unshaken, you built to break. Stone deep calm in a thick night air. I don't need noise, I just stand and stare. one hard look put you under there.
Walk too quiet, but the fear too loud. Real ones see me and they clear the crowd. You talk big words, but your stance not proud. One small move and you're not allowed.
Cold night, black mask, I move in silence in the frost. Shadows creeping on my back, I never feel what I have lost. Empty roads and hollow lungs, I breathe the darkness like it's smoke. If the reaper want my soul, he gotta take it when I choke. Walking through the city with my head low. Ghosts inside my chest, hear the echo. Numbers on my phone, every text go. People only call me when they dead, bro. Gravel on my boots from a long night. Mind full of war like a bar fight. I don't trust a soul in the moonlight. Anyone can stab you with the mood right. Heart froze up, that's a lifestyle. Pain in my veins for a long while. If I ever fall, I don't cry, child. I just let the blood drip, hold a dark smile. Cold night, black mask, I move in silence in the frost. Shadows creeping on my back, I never feel what I have lost. Empty roads and hollow lungs, I breathe the darkness like it's smoke. If the reaper want my soul, he gotta take it when I choke. Running from the demons that I fed once. Now they on my back like a dead weight. City full of wolves in the red haze. Feeling every heartbeat like a dead day. I've been in the trap with my thoughts loud. Wind hitting hard like a gunshot. Every single scar that I got now turned me to a beast in the blood drought. No light in my lake, just a black road. Carving out my name with a steel saw. If I ever break, that's a real goal. Warning to the world when I reload. Dark thought in the crack mind. I've been walking with the nighttime. If I vanish in the skyline, let the shadows be my lifeline. Cold night, black mask, I'm moving silence in the frost. Black that. Shadows creeping on my back, I never feel what I have lost. Empty roads and hollow lungs, I breathe the darkness like it's smoke. If the reaper want my soul, he gotta take it when I choke. Blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. Cursed wind humming like a choir in a dead shrine. Hear the rustle of the bones buried deep inside the dark pine. Every echo in the night align perfectly with my spine. Like the world trying to tell me that the stars no longer shine. Old glyphs glare faint when the moon pressed down like it's swallowing it good.
Oath marks glow dim on the stones in my pathway. Shapes move steady in the haze when the rats wait. Night so loud I can't hear what the past say. Standing in the threshold where the world's halfway.
Under blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet, they obey a silent command. Moons ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveal its will, I follow where it stands. Dark chants rise from the cracks in the old stone. Feel a cold grip, trace circles on my bare bones. See the silhouettes wash when I stand alone. Hear the ground breathe slow with a deep tone.
Fire flicker blue in the night shift. Hear a distant horn, I'm in a tight drift. Fog hard, breathe like it tryna give a slight gift. The collapse back, heavy with a dark lift. Symbols pulse red when the path bends. World feel thin with a lights in. If the abyss call out, I don't pretend. I step in calm, I don't break, I transcend. Let the rooms away, let the ground shake. If the void partake, I enter unafraid. Whoa.
Under black skies I'll walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveal its will, I follow where it stands. My jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Cold wind cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Black shoes from the rain on the cracked ground. Heart numb beats echo with a dead sound. Eyes low, every shadow look like background. But I hear every step like a threat when I turn around. Pain stay tucked in the seams of my long coat. City full of faces but they fade when the fog float. Trust ain't real, it dissolve under strong smoke. World got teeth that survive off a calm note. Late night tension in the wind when it blow past. Thoughts run deep like a river with a cold cast. Life swing heavy but I stand where the storms blast. Never lost pace in a world tryna hold fast. Cold cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Dark hood up, keep my face from the street lights. Mind on edge, every echo of the feet bites. World feel wrong, every truth got a cheap price. But I stay sharp, every move, keep my fears tight. Hands cold, but the fire in my chest warm. Life bold, but I weather every tense storm. Walk slow, but I'm built like a steel form. Never fold, even when the whole stress swarm. Concrete paths been my home since the dawn breaks. Trust broke, learn to move with my own stakes. If the dark gets me with the weight that my soul takes, I stay calm, let the world make its own shape. Hear the breeze start low, feel the night move slow. If the fear try grow, I stay cold, I stay froze.
Going cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone.
Open the door. See what's inside.
Skeletons in the closet, yeah, they rattling the bones. Calling up the devil on the burner telephones. Living in a house of cards, waiting for the breeze. Falling on my knees, begging for a little ease. Sipping on the bitter cup, spitting out the taste. Running through the maze, yeah, I'm running in the haze. Mirror showing cracks, fractured image of a man. Sticking to the plan, catching shadows if I can. Hollow in the eyes, yeah, the light is long gone. Waiting for the dusk, I ain't waiting for the dawn. Silence in the hallway, echoes in the mind. Leaving all the hope and the happiness behind. Noose on the hanger, waiting for a neck. Life is a disaster, life is just a wreck. Noose on the hanger, swinging in the dark. Leaving the mark, yeah, leaving the mark. Noose on the hanger, waiting for a neck. Click, clack, panic attack, never coming back. Fading to the black, yeah, fading to the black. Switch the blade, getting paid. Living in the shade, digging up the grave with a rusty little spade. Paranoid, annoyed, chemically destroyed. Every single happiness is null and void. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a product of the sin. Crawling in the dirt, yeah, I'm uncomfortable in skin. Pop another seal, make it real, make it feel. Spinning on the rim of the jagged, rusty steel. Ash to ash to ash, dust to dust, iron in the rust. In the bottom of the bottle is the only trust.
Sweet love, let it go. In the show, I don't know.
Noose on the hanger, waiting for a neck. Life is a disaster, life is just a wreck. Noose on the hanger, swinging in the dark. Leaving the mark, yeah, leaving the mark.
Lights out.
Swing it, crush it, crush it, crush it, crush it, crush it, crush it. Heavy in the hand, yeah, the handle made of wood. Doing all the damage that I never understood. Raising up the iron, yeah, bringing down the weight. Sealing up the destiny and sealing up the fate. Sipping on the muddy, yeah, I'm building up the swing. Listen to the heavy metal impact ring. Mirror on the wall, yeah, I smash it into dust. Covered in the powder and the heavy layer of rust. Hollow in the chest, yeah, the wall is coming down. King of the rubble in the broken little town. Silence is the moment just before the heavy hit. Falling into pieces in the bottom of the pit. Sledgehammer swinging at the wall. Watch the heavy structure and the body fall. Sledgehammer crushing on the bone. Leave the bloody pieces on the dirty stone. Bam slam, thinking man, panic attack. Vision turning white, yeah, vision turning black. Switch the tool, acting like a fool, breaking every rule. Drowning in the bottom of the dirty, bloody pool. Paranoid, annoyed, chemically destroyed. Every single happiness is getting null and void. I'm a savage, I'm a waste, I'm a worker in the yard. Beating on the life, yeah, beating on it hard. Pop
trust. Break it down, build it up, smash the ground, fill the cup. Sledgehammer swinging at the wall. Watch the heavy structure and the body fall. Sledgehammer crushing on the bone. Leave the bloody pieces on the dirty stone.
Waking up the silence in a house that feel like hell. Looking through the mirror, broke the curse but not the spell. Pop a couple blessings just to make the demons fade. Living in the shadow of the choices that I made. Walking through the mist, yeah, I'm ghosting on the town. King of the abyss, wearing thorns upon my crown. Sipping on the muddy water, drowning out the noise. Playing with my life like it's one of broken toys. Everybody asking where I've been and what I've done. Staring at the barrel of a loaded smoking gun. Cold wind blowing, yeah, it chilled me to the bone. Sitting on the throne, but I'm sitting all alone. Digging my own grave, yeah, I'm digging it deep. Secrets that I promise, yeah, the secrets that I keep. Digging my own grave, put the body in the sand. Once I cross the line, yeah, there ain't no coming back. Switch the lane, I'm the pain, going insane. Blood inside the eyes, washing down the drain. Click, clack, boom, bap, trapped in the map. Running from the reaper caught inside the trap. Paranoid visions, making bad decisions. Cutting off the ties with the surgical incisions. I'm a product of the fall, writing on the wall. Waiting for the end, waiting for the call.
Ashes to the wind, dust to the floor. Knocking on the heavens, but they locked up.
Fade to black. Don't look back. Buried alive. Trying to survive.
Digging my own grave, yeah, I'm digging it deep. Secrets that I promise, yeah, the secrets that I keep. Digging my own grave, put the body in the sand. Once I cross the line, yeah, there ain't no coming back. Rest in peace.
Static in my mind, form a crooked sign. Patterns in the dark, redraw my spine. Every single thought, cross a broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine.
Go home, seep through a hollow frame. Truth feel foreign when the shapes reclaim. Memory loop back under a ghost like flame. Identity warp never stays the same. Digital dust coat the edge of my fear. Voices in the hum chat reappear. Logic fall apart when the code unclear. Silence grows sharp, cut from ear to ear. Blackleaf fries from the static core. Pulse break rhythm on the phantom score. Everything I touch feel cursed to the floor. Still I push on through the mental war.
Static in my mind, form a crooked sign. Patterns in the dark, redraw my spine. Every single thought, cross a broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine. Thin strings pulled at the back of my soul. Old echoes thrive where I lost control. Meaning decay in a cursed console. Dark math carve out a hidden role.
While you're some deep in a quiet trance. Past cells glitch in a looping dance. Reason collapse at a single glance. Nothing remain but the circumstance. Hex code drip to a fractured vein. Shadows align when the lights constrain. Truth unravel with the cold disdain.
I stay intact
single thought, crossing broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine.